Don't drink the water. Iqaluit Nunavut Canada's drinking water supply possibly tainted with petroleum hydrocarbons.
Here's a summary of the article.
Canmore, Alta. Residents of Nunavut's capital city, Iqaluit, are being warned not to consume the city's drinking water due to the possibility of petroleum hydrocarbons. Residents are being advised not to consume tap water for drinking or cooking until further notice. Active investigation of the city's drinking water system and additional testing of the drinking water are ongoing, read the advisory. During an emergency city council meeting Tuesday, councillors said a do not drink water notice must be used when a risk is identified and associated with water consumption that cannot be adequately addressed by boiling the water or issuing a water quality advisory. Residents who receive trucked water are asked to empty their tanks by running their taps dry. Those who are trucked water will receive the water in their tanks, those who are not will be distributed water at designated public stations, starting tonight at 6:30 p.m. local time. Councillors noted that residents who have been collecting water from the local river should adequately boil the water before using it, as it is untreated.
This post received a score of 15,000, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
For everybody freaking out, I actually live in Iqaluit. Luckily, there's a fresh water stream that has been used as a drinking source for years. The city has already filled up trucks and are distributing the water to residents. Just need to boil it since obviously the water won't have been treated.
American here. Why do you not simply privatize the freshwater stream and let a corporation like Coca-Cola bottle the water and sell it to you?
Nestle here. We are in negotiations on how best to deliver a cleaner, safer water experience.
Despite many of the comments in this thread, this is not related to fracking. Read the articles, people. The headlines will betray you.
Doesn't read article. Reads your comment. Tap self on shoulder for being a good critical thinker.
This is why I often put a quote to start my comment. I hope it encourages people to read the article, but if not, maybe they at least read a tiny part of it. There were 2 threads falsely relating this to fracking simply because it mentioned petroleum hydrocarbons.
How dare you trick me into reading something of marginal value. I won't forget this, you, Pepe Babinski.
Don't drink the water, they've put something in it. I don't even remember how I got here. City 17 Citizen, Half-Life 2.
To make you forget. Appropriately enough. People in this thread claiming fracking should check where Iqaluit is on a map. Not defending fracking, but let's take a minute and see what comes of the investigation.
It's already super difficult and expensive to buy stuff or get an alternative to what you have when in such an isolated location. It's also a location where a lot of the population has a bit of distrust in the government. I wonder how much this will cost the government to supply residents with bottled water for the time being and how much this will further fuel distrust.
Does it rain or snow much there? I'm Australian and have no idea what the weather is like there, but I live off rainwater collected in tanks. It's easy to start collecting rainwater even without a tank as long as you have the rain. I assume snow would work as well with a bit of thawing.
It's unlikely that rainwater collection is feasible at any serious scale there. Nunavut is unimaginably harsh in its physical environment, and solutions to almost any problem need to be tailor-made to that location.
Care to elaborate? Can't collect water that way unless you melt it, which is very energy intensive in the winter. Their water supply is already meltwater which flows from into a reservoir, lake, and kept liquid through the winter by the fact that water freezes top down, and they use more than it fills. Shipping by air is quite literally the only possible way to get most supplies into the city during the winter. Water is very heavy and for sure out of the question unless you're only supplying drinking and cooking water.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.